Hello, hello. Well, let's wait for some times. I think this is the first lecture, so many people are trying to join. So let's wait for a minute and then we'll start. Okay, just after 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll start this course. Just wait for 5 minutes. I'll start this course within a minute, within a 5 minutes. Okay, so just wait for some times. And since this is the first lecture, okay, so some people are trying to join. So just wait for some time. Okay, so let's start. Let's begin the course. Okay. So first of all, welcome you all to this certification course of Java live session, Java programming. Okay, since long time actually we received a request from your side, sir, please start the live session course of Java. So let's begin with the fantastic course of Java programming. Okay, but before starting this, because it's a live session, we need to interact with each other. Okay, so in duration of this lecture, I'll discuss with you. I'll read some of the questions which comes from your side, and then we'll discuss that question also. Okay, but there are some rules you have to follow. There are some prerequisites that you have to follow duration of this complete course. Okay, because Java course is a little bit long course, because Java is a very, means you can say that it's a very vast technology, so we need to cover each and every topic. And don't worry, from scratch to advanced level, all the things I'm going to cover in this complete series. Okay, but one thing which I required from your side, one thing, that is only one thing, that is regular attendance in this class. Okay, means you have to watch each and every concept, you have to learn each and every concept. If you really want to become a good Java developer, then you have to follow this lecture in a sequence manner. Then only you are able to understand this technology thoroughly. Okay, so before start any language, like whether we are talk about, okay, one more thing I need to discuss with you. For me, you all are fresher. Okay, means if you have a prior knowledge, that is very good. If you have any prior knowledge of C and C++ or any another language, that is a good. Okay, but you don't have any prior knowledge, that is very good. Okay, so that no need to compare this technology with anyone. Like if suppose someone of you having any knowledge of Python, okay, someone of you is having knowledge of C and C++, then it's good. It's good for learning any new technology. But if you don't have any knowledge, that is very good, because I'll consider Java is your first language. So I'll teach accordingly. Okay, for me, you all are fresher. Okay, for me, you learn this technology first time. For me, you learn any language first time. So, okay, so from that manner, I'll start this course and till advanced level. Okay, so what is the roadmap of this course, means what are the topic we are going to cover in this course. Okay, but before talking the roadmap, before talking this Java technology, before talking the concept of the Java technology, you know, when we start any new technology, any new language, because there are a lot of languages are there in the market like C, C++, Java, Visual Basic, .NET, Python, PHP, JavaScript, AngularJS, React.js, and lot of technologies are there. So definitely one question comes in mind, sir, why there is a need of Java? Okay, why a developer developed this language in 1995? Don't worry about the history part, because I'll cover the history part in upcoming session. But yes, why there is a need of Java? Okay, why the people are think about Java? Like why the requirement of Java is in the market, while already there was a language like C and C++ was there, Visual Basic was there in 1995. So why there is a need of Java technology at that time, right? So before starting any language, first three concepts you must understand. Okay, and don't worry, if you have any question, okay, I'll cover all this question and answer session in between the this lecture. Okay, so I'll read some of the question from your side and then I'll answer it. Okay, but let me start. Okay, let me come in the pace of Java technology, because it's a very fantastic journey. Okay, so before starting any language, you have to understand like why. There are the three major important questions, like why Java. Then the next one is what is Java. Okay, then after why we'll complete what is Java, and then finally we start how to learn it. Okay, like WWH. Before starting any language, you have to take care of these three questions, like why there is a need of this language, why I learn this technology, what is Java, and how to learn it. Okay, I'm not going to start to teach you Java, because if I'm directly start with this how part, there are two most important questions which is very frequently asked in topmost MNCs, that is why Java and what is Java. Then you are not able to understand this. Okay, so before starting how to learn this technology, before starting how to learn Java, first we have to cover like why Java, okay, and then what is Java, and then finally we come to the point how to learn it. I hope you understood, right? So, you know, in this session, I'm not only talking about Java technology. I'm in front of you. I'll show you all the uses of all the languages, like why there is a need of C and C++ in the market, why there is a need of PHP in the market, why there is a need of Python in the market, and why Java is there in the market. Okay, and why Java is differ from all this technology. Okay, why there is a need of Java in current market now. Okay, so you know, Java is a language which is related with the software. Okay, earlier I told you, for me, you all are fresher, you are a beginner, and you are learning a first language, Java. Okay, for me, Java is a first language. Okay, for me, you are learning a Java first time, and it's your first language. Okay, so accordingly, I'm going to explain you all this concept. Like, you know, once we are talking about to learn any language, obviously language is related with the software. Okay, so you know what is a software exactly? We say that software is a collection of program. Software is a collection of program. Like any software, if you can see, every software is a collection of program, right? So you cannot say like software is not a single program. Software is always be a collection of a program. Multiple programs when collected, then it actually there is called a software, right? So software is what? It is a collection of program. Now the next question comes in mind, sir, what is a program? What is a program? So we can say that program is a collection of instruction. Collection of instruction is called a program. Like instruction means command. For every program, you have to understand like commands, right? For example, suppose if I'm going to tell you, okay, write a program to search an element from an array in Java. So it's not possible for you at this time, because you don't know how to write a Java program, how to write a program related with array or any of the concept, right? Because you all are fresher this time, you all are beginner this time. So, you know, software is always be a collection of program. If you watch any software, if you can see any software, it is always be a collection of program. Okay, for example, suppose let me show you like MS Word. Okay, don't worry, the topic is which actually I'm going to teach you, that is why Java. Okay, why there is a need of Java in the market. But before starting this topic, let me explain you like what is software. It is a collection of program. What is a program? It is a collection of instruction, or you can say that it's a collection of command. Okay, now once we talk about a software, you know, there are a lot of software which is actually a collection of program, like MS Word. Okay, for example, MS Word. If you watch MS Word, there is an option like file, new, okay, open, save, save as. This all are what? This all are exactly a individual program. Like, okay, new is a program, open is a program, save is a program, save is a program, cut is a program, copy is a program. And when this all programs are collect, now we can say that it's a software. So if you watch any software like Gmail is a software. Like Gmail is a collection of multiple program, inbox, outbox, compose mail, draft mail. Okay, these all are individual program, and when this individual program are collected, and then it is called a software. So every software, once you can see, it is always be a collection of a program. Okay, and to derive this software, you have to write a program, and to write a program, you have to know the instruction, you have to know the command. Got it? Now, once we are talking about to become a software developer, then there is a definitely there is a huge confusion comes in mind, because you know, once we are talking about a software, there is a different categories of software. Softwares are having multiple type. Okay, there are huge categories of software, like system software is there. Okay, application software is there. Then we'll talk about web application. Okay, remember, question which I am going to cover is why Java. Okay, why Java? Why there is a need of Java in the market? Okay, so there are different types of softwares are available, like system software is there, application software is there, web application is there. Okay, this application is software is also called desktop application. Okay, application software also known as desktop application. Okay, then web application, then device application. Okay, then we have a gaming application, then IoT application, and then AI ML application. There is a huge category. Okay, AI ML, IoT application, gaming application, device application, web application, desktop application, system software. These are the different categories of software. So once you plan to become a software developer, there is a huge confusion. Okay, and where Java fit among all of them, right? Whether we use Java for system software development, whether we use Java for web development, whether we use Java for device application development, there is a huge confusion always comes in mind, right? So that's why the reason before moving to software industry, okay, you have to take care about this all concept, like, and then after you will take a decision in which area you want to become, in which area you want to go. Okay, so system software, application software, web application, device application, gaming application, IoT application. Now what is these different areas are? What do you mean by system software? What is a desktop application? What is web application? What is device application? Okay, so now let me explain you one by one. Okay, and see, again I'm telling you, the question is the same, like why Java? Okay, why there is a need of Java in the market in 1990? Why Java came in the market in 1995 when there was a lot of languages are available that time? Okay, C++ was dominated that time, right? So why there is a need of Java? Okay, so let me come to this point. Let me first finish all this concept, like what is system software? System softwares are those type of a software which actually we used to install in our machine to run the machine. Like these are the software which is essential to run the computer. You can say that, right? These are the software which is essential to run my system, right? This is called a system software. Like some of the software, let me show you, like compiler is one of the software which comes under the category of system software. Loader, okay, linker, driver, operating system. These are the huge categories of system software, like operating system, driver, linker, loader, compiler. Okay, these are the different categories of software. If you have some of the knowledge, okay, type in chat box. Okay, apart from that, if you have any knowledge, like sir, this is also one of the system software, okay, type it, we'll discuss it later. Okay, so compiler is one of the category of system software, loader is one of the category of system software, linker, driver, operating system. So sir, Java is used for this kind of person. Don't worry about this question. Okay, why Java? I'll come to this point, right? But before starting Java, let me show you like why these are different languages are available in the market. Because there is a huge confusion, again I'm telling you, like why we learn C, C++, why there is a need of Python, why there is a need of PHP, why HTML is there, why MySQL is there, why Oracle is there. Because huge technologies are there. So which technology fit in which area? That is the most important thing. First you have to understand before starting Java. Okay, and where the Java fit among all this technology, right? So system software, I hope you understand. Compiler, a software which actually used to convert a user language into machine language. Loader, actually a software which we actually use machine by load the data in memory. Loader is a software which is exactly used in machine to load the data in secondary storage device. Like, you know, there are two types of memory, primary memory and secondary memory. So until and unless you do not save any data, your data is in primary memory. But once you can click on save button, then your data is loaded into secondary memory. So who load this data? There is a software called loader. Okay, linker, exactly we use linker to link multiple files. Okay, I'll explain you about this linker concept. Driver, you know, most important software in your machine. Okay, driver means what? A software which runs hardware device in your machine. That is called a driver. Like suppose if you want to run keyboard in your machine, if you want to run mouse in your machine, DVD drive, pen drive, this all hardware device run because of the driver. If there is no driver available, like suppose if you purchase a new printer, okay, and if you connect this new printer in your machine and you start, okay, and this time you think, okay, I'll take one printout, but the printout is only possible once you have a driver of this printer. Then only it is possible that printer is working in your machine. So driver means what? Those software which runs exactly hardware device in your machine, that is called a driver. Operating system, who manage overall activity of our system, that is called an operating system, like Windows, Linux. So there are a lot of operating systems are there, right? Windows is there, Mac OS is there, Linux is there, Unix is there, right? So I hope you all are agreed that these are the software. Compiler is a software, loader is a software, linker is a software, driver is a software. Okay, and you know, this software not directly came. Okay, someone developed this software. Okay, there are some person who developed compiler or loader or linker or driver. Okay, so if these all are software, that means these all are collection of program, because just I explained to you what is a software. It is a collection of program. If it is a collection of program, that means someone has written some instruction to make this program, right? Means without programming, it is not possible that anyone developed compiler or loader or linker, because these are the software, and to develop this software, programming is compulsory, because it's a definition says that program is a collection of instruction and collection of program is a software. So to develop this kind of software, sir, which is a language, because you know, to do a programming, to develop a software, to write a code, we required a language. So sir, which language is currently available in the market, or in which language this software has been developed, like compiler, loader, linker, driver, operating system? There is a language. Okay, so this language in which this all categories of software, okay, the language in which all this category of software has been developed, that is C, C++, VC++, and VC++.NET. So these languages are available in the market, like C, C++, VC++, VC++.NET, to develop system software. Like compiler, okay, the compiler of Java developed in C++, the compiler of Python developed in C and C++. Okay, so compiler is one of the most important software for any language. You can translate your language into machine language. There is one more category called interpreter. I'll explain you the difference between compiler and interpreter later on. But means please try to understand, like these system softwares are available in the market because of these languages. C and C++, VC++, VC++.NET, these are the language which responsible to develop a system software. You know, Windows operating system developed in VC++.NET. The complete code of Windows operating system written in VC++.NET, developed by Microsoft, because VC++ is a product of Microsoft. Got it? So okay, so if you are learning, suppose instead of Java, if I'm going to teach you C and C++, so I hope now you understand like why there is a need of C and C++ in the market. Because in future, if suppose you want to join this type of a company would develop operating system, a company would develop a compiler or a driver or a like a linker, loader, this type of a software is possible to develop using C and C++ and even VC++.NET. You know, this every language, let me show you one more interesting thing. Like if C++ is there, VC++ is there, right? So V means visualize. Here we indicate Visual C++. Okay, there are two versions. Like earlier, Windows operating system was not there. Windows operating system came in the market in 1992, 93, right? Before that, there was an operating system DOS. So most of the languages are based on DOS operating system. Like suppose right now, if you want to learn Java, so you have to use Java in a machine which is a Windows based machine or Linux based machine, right? But earlier, C was developed in 1972. C++ was developed in 1972. So that time there was no graphical operating systems was available. So that time languages are based on DOS operating system. So we say that C and C++ are DOS based language, right? So C++, VC++, okay, Fox Pro, then there was a language called Fox Pro, then its a graphical version is Visual Fox Pro. So every like basic there was a language, so next language is Visual Basic. So this all visual word comes in the market when Windows operating system came in the market, and then only it is possible that now software is possible to develop a graphical environment, right? So C++, VC++, VC++, .NET, these all are the most important languages if you want to make your career in this category, system software. See, Java is not cup of your tea if you want to become a system software developer, because Java is not a language in which system software development is possible, because Java is not made for this purpose. So I hope this concept is clear to you, like why there is a need to learn C and C++ or VC++. No doubt this language came in the market for this purpose, but later on C and C++ is also used for gaming application and for different types of software. But earlier this language came in the market to develop this type of a software. And when I start to learn Java, then at that time also we discussed like compiler of Java is developed in C++. That's why most of the syntaxes of Java is based on C and C++. But for that, it's not necessary that you have a prior knowledge of C and C++, okay? But most of the concept of Java is actually based on C and C++, because reason is that the compiler of Java written in C and C++, okay? Then let me show you like what is application software. What is application software? What is desktop application, right? You know, every software is called a desktop application when it runs only when you install this software in your machine. It is not a software who runs without installation. Now next question comes in mind, sir, every software we need to install? No. Did you install Google in your machine? But still you can use Google. You installed a browser, not a Google. You installed browser, not Facebook. You install means website. If you run in your machine without installation, that means it is not a category of desktop application. Desktop applications are those software which only possible to run in your machine when you installed it. Like suppose Notepad, okay, like suppose MS Word, Excel, no doubt it's a online version is also available, but yes, Notepad, okay, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, these are the software which is called desktop application. But sir, what is the proper definition of this desktop application? When we said that this software is a desktop application or application software are those type of a software which actually used for some specific purpose. Specific purpose means what? Suppose if I want to develop a software for any medical store, so this software is needed for a medical person. Suppose this medical person, tell me, sir, please develop a software to manage my account. So this is not a general purpose software. It is a software which is actually used for a single user. So this type of a software is called a desktop application. Okay, and once I develop this software, I need to install this software in the machine of that particular person. Then only it is possible that that person use this software in his or her machine. So this is what a category of desktop application, you know, desktop application softwares. Okay, now please be more focused from here, because now I am coming to the point like why there is a need to learn Java technology, because from here onwards, every software is based on Java. Okay, so please be focused specifically from this concept which I am going to explain you now. You know, once we talk about the desktop application or any software where user can directly interact, you know, user means what? There are different, means there is always be a confusion when we are talking about a user. You know, for a developer, programmer is a user. Developer means what? A person who developed the language. Programmer is a what? Programmer is a person. Okay, programmer is a person who learn this language and develop a software. And from whom programmer develop a software, that is an end user. End user, you know which user is called an end user? a person who do not develop anything new from this existing software. Like for WhatsApp, you and me are an end user, because we are not going to develop something new from WhatsApp. We are not going to develop something new from Facebook, because a programmer choose some language and they develop the software, and then end user uses this software, right? So end user means what? I hope you understood. So if suppose any software which is actually developed for an end user, you have to take care one most important thing from this software. See, if you really want to become a good software engineer in future, you have to take care this small point. Like, okay, there is a very common word, very frequently word which most of the time uses in software industry, like your software must be user friendly. Okay, so what is the meaning of this user friendly? User friendly means your software must be designed in that manner, because see, please try to understand. This is what a software which is not at all directly interact by the end user. Compiler is not a software which is directly used by end user. Loader is not a software which is directly interact by the end user. Okay, these are the software installed in your machine for a programming purpose, right? Operating system, okay, loader, linker, driver. Driver is not a software which is directly used by end user. But yes, if I develop a software for any account management, then that is directly used by end user who don't know anything about the languages. Like end user don't know about C and C++ and Java and Python. Suppose if a very simple question which I'm going to ask you, okay, how many of you are using WhatsApp and Facebook? How many of you are using WhatsApp and Facebook, right? Most of the says, yes, sir, we are using WhatsApp and Facebook. But how many of you know that in which language the code of WhatsApp has been written? In which language code of Facebook has been written? That is means your answer in this case, sir, why I worried about this thing? I don't know. Okay, and why I learn this concept, like in which language WhatsApp has been written and which, because end user doesn't know anything about language. End user only want a software which is user friendly. Please try to understand this small concept, and then later on I'll come to the point like why there is a need of Java. From here onward, Java plays a very important role in every category of software. Okay, so please be focused, right? So user friendly means what? I hope you understand. User friendly means a software which is developed for a user which is end user who don't know anything about the technology, like you and me. Like okay, me also an end user, consider it. Okay. So now let me show you what exactly the meaning of user friendly. User friendly means, when any desktop application is developed, there are two most important things we need to take care. Please be focused, because the same concept is applicable in web application. The same concept is applicable even in gaming application, every category of software, right? But since we are in desktop application right now, so I'll focus you on this concept in this desktop application only. See, every software, if you want to make it user friendly, then you have to take care two things, like one, which is called designing, okay, and second is called data storage. One is called designing and second is called data storage, right? So sir, what is the meaning of designing and what is the meaning of data storage? Designing means that part of a software which is directly interact by the user. It's a GUI, it's a graphical environment, okay, it's a area where directly end user is interact with your software. Okay, so designing part must be required in that particular, means your designing must be particular for a particular software, because user can directly interact with your software with the designing only, right? That is what called user friendly. Designing means the look and feel of your software. If user want to interact with your software, okay, if you want that user interact with your software, then you must develop this part very strongly. And this is also called front end. This is called front end, actually, front end part of the software, right? And the part where your data is stored. Okay, that is what data storage, where your software is stored the data, right? And this is called backend. So every software is a combination of front end and backend. Sometimes we say that Java is a backend language. So what does it mean Java is a backend language, right? Why we say that Java? Sometimes we say that Java is also used for developing a front end application. So where we say that, why we say that Java is a front-end tool, or why we say that Java is a back-end tool, sir? What is the meaning of this front-end and back-end? Front-end means that part of your application where user can directly interact. And back-end means the part where your data is stored, right? So for desktop application, please try to focus on this. For desktop application, there are a lot of languages are available, by which we can easily develop front-end part of that desktop. Like there are a lot of languages are available in the market by which you can easily develop a front-end part of your application, or you get software like some of the language like Visual Basic .NET is there, like even Java is also there, right? And there are the language like C# .NET is there. So these are the language which is very frequently used to design a front end for any desktop application. Right now I am talking about desktop application, and since Java is one of them, that's why I written here, okay? But Java is not made for this area, okay? There is some else reason to learn Java technology. My question in this complete 1.5 and 2 hour, I only want to explain like why there is a need of Java in the market, because it's a very frequently asked question. Most of the students learn Java, okay, but they even don't know why there is a need of Java. Okay, why Java came in the market in 1995. Okay, so this is the reason I started this series from very beginning. Okay, so VB.NET is there, Java is there, C# .NET is there. A lot of technologies are available to design front end of any desktop application. But you know what is the limitation of this? Like what is the limitation of VB.NET? What is the limitation of VB? What is the limitation of C# .NET? They don't have a storage capacity. They don't have a storage capacity. Okay, so it's not possible for Visual Basic. Okay, Visual Basic provide you a environment by which you can design your software fantastically, but they don't have a storage capacity, right? Let me show you the example so that you will get a clarity. Suppose there is a child, okay, which is very smart. Smart means dashing smart child is he or she is, right? So this child is a smart child, okay, means look like like Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and any whatever the actor you like, okay, that much smart is this child is, okay. But the problem is this, what is the problem with this child? Its brain is completely empty. Means this child don't have any storage capacity. Whatever you guide or whatever you said to this child, he just forget each and everything, he or she, whatever you consider, okay, he just forget everything in within a second. But smartness, damn good. There is another child whose smartness is okay, even the West Indies player is more smart than them. You can say that, right? So the smartness of this child is very, very poor, but yes, brilliant. Its storage capacity is brilliant, but its smartness is zero. Okay, so now suppose if you want to choose any one of the child, okay, suppose you are going to a walk and you want to take any one of this child for walk with you, whom you select, right? Suppose this one. So if anyone is asked any question to him or her, okay, he will not able to answer. He will not able to answer. Like suppose this one. So people can think, oh, who is he with this sir? Okay, if Vivek sir want to go for a walk, so okay, you suggest me. By which which child I select for the walk with me, right? So this time what I want smartness from this one and mind of this one. Okay, I want the smartness of this guide and I want mind of this guide, like a storage capacity of this guy, right? So this is what exactly a front end and back end. Front end means what? Means a area where you actually help to make your application user friendly. By if your front end is if your designing is best, then anyone can easily use your software. Like suppose, okay, let me ask one more question. How many of you are use Facebook? How many of you are using Facebook? Okay, so most of the people say, yes sir, we are using Facebook. Yes sir, we are using Facebook. But how many you joined a class to learn Facebook? Like, okay, I joined a 15 days class to learn Facebook. I joined a course of Facebook, right? See, Facebook is a software. Okay, there is no need to join any class to learn Facebook. There is no need to join any class to learn WhatsApp. It's not your smartness. It's then the software is itself a smart software. So that without any guidance, you learn Facebook, you learn WhatsApp and any of the software of social media like Instagram. Okay, so that is what reason behind it. It's a front end. It's a look and feel. This is a user friendly software. Any user can easily understand this software. So that is the most important part you have to understand. Like if you want to become a software developer, then you have to take care of this thing. Like your software must be having good look and feel. And secondly, storage capacity. Software required a storage capacity, right? So problem with this front end technologies are what? They're having the capacity to design a software, but they don't have a capacity to storing the data. Got my concept, right? So for this purpose, exactly for designing of any desktop application, VB.NET, VB, Java, C Sharp is there, but they don't have a storage capacity. So to store the data, like in backend, we use some of the software, okay, like MySQL. Okay, don't worry about the name, MySQL, SQL Server is there, Oracle is there, okay, DB2 is there. See, I promised you in the earlier of this lecture, like in this session I'm going to show you the complete IT industry, like why any software is exist in this market right now, why there is a need of Oracle, what is VB, what is VB.NET, what is C Sharp, right? So right now we came only the second part, okay, like there is a huge category of software like system, application, web, device, and lot of softwares are there, right? But till now we reaches to only this desktop application. You know, desktop application is what? I hope you understood. So backend means what? A software which is actually used for storing the data. MySQL, sometimes, you know, when we are talking about a 3-layer architecture, like, okay, that time we said that Java is actually used in code behind language is a Java, which is a different scenario. I'll explain you in upcoming session. Don't worry about this. So MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, DB2, these all are what? These all are exactly a software exist in the market for storage purpose, not for designing purpose. You never listen like any software front end is developed in MySQL, because MySQL is a software which actually we used for storing the data. Oracle is a software actually we used for storing the data. SQL Server is a software for storing the data. Okay, and this software we actually used in the market for data storage. Exactly, these softwares are called database. Very common word. I hope you heard about this, right? Database. So database means what? A software exactly used in the market for storing purpose, for storage purpose. So every software now is a combination of front end and back end. If you are talking about desktop application, then there is a combination like VB, MySQL, VB.NET, SQL Server, Java, MySQL, Java, Oracle. You have to take one language as a front end and you have to take one database as a back end. So that this software must be, this software is a user-friendly software, like this software is having a storage capacity as well as designing capacity. You know, this combination, like, okay, where the child gone? Okay, this combination like designing from this person and brain of this person. So now this combination is a perfect combination. Okay, so I hope till now you understood like what is the meaning of this front end and back end, because you know the same concept is applicable in web development, the same concept even in applicable for mobile application development and for other software also. So front end means what, back end means what. Now I hope you have a clear clarity. Okay, so let me take a break of 2 minutes and I'll cover some of the questions which exactly there are a lot of questions are there. So let me cover all these questions first. Okay, there is a question comes from Rishu Kumar. Okay, thoda there is a question comes from Rishu Kumar. Thoda Hindi bhi okay. See this complete series in English, so and it's a very basic English. You are able to, you are easily understand this. So don't worry about this. Okay, sir. My question is why need to learn Java development? There is a Flutter allows us to develop cross-platform. Please tell me, sir. Okay, definitely. Please be. Continue this series. I'll show you like why there is a need of Java when Flutter is already there, why there is a need of Java when Python is already there, why there is a need of Java when Kotlin is already there, right? See, comparison of languages I'll cover in my upcoming session. Don't worry about this. This session is only for why Java. Okay, why there is a need of Java in market in 1995. I'll cover each and every question. Don't worry. Okay, means each and every topic like comparison between languages. Okay, the Moon Nivedita. Okay, help you to understand core programming and how Android works. Okay, Flutter. Okay, you are talking about one thing like only mobile application. Okay, but here I'm going to cover all the areas like where Java is fit. Okay, Java is not only a language which is used for only Android application development or a mobile application development. Right now in 2025, Java is a versatile language which covered many areas. I'll come to this point. Don't worry about this. Okay, thanks, sir. I need deep. Don't worry. I'll cover each and every concept, like don't worry. Khushbu Kumari, okay, hello sir, okay. There are a lot of questions are there. Like, can I learn ABS? can I learn Java even without touching C and C++? Yes, in earlier of this session, I told you that you all are beginner for me. Okay, no prior requirement of any of the languages. If you join this lecture from started, okay, I told you that there is no prior language. For me, you all are beginner and Java is your first language. That is what my consideration. If you know the language, that is good. But if you don't know any language, that is a very good. Because there is no language for comparison for us, right? So not to worried about this, okay? And then see Python is a different thing. Someone asked me, Shreyansh Kumar, okay. Shreyansh Kumar asked me something like this, sir, is any disturbance in Python, in Java when Python came in the market? No boss, these both technologies are very different. See, if you really want to see the market scenario of 2025, just type one thing from one line in Google, top 5 languages, top 5 software developed languages, right? Definitely you get your answer, like where Java is there. Java is always be between top 5 languages of the world from last 10 to 15 years, okay? So Java is what, actually till now I have not shown you the like features of Java, like what exactly Java is. Just wait for some time, just wait for some upcoming sessions, okay? Then you realize that what exactly Java and what are the key features Java is having, okay? Just what means, how much a strong language is Java. You cannot compare this technology with any another language, like secure, okay? Means lot of features are there. I'll explain you, don't worry about this. So there is no means Java is not at all, means there is no effect to Java like any, like not a Python, like any technology comes in the market, Java is always be safe and secure. So not too worried about this, okay? Okay, sir. How many classes are, someone asked me, okay, Dakshansi, see, Dakshansi, don't learn any language for counting the classes, okay? See, once you start to learn any technology, this is, means on, and if you are learning from me, okay, so I'm not teach to see the watch, okay? Means it may be possible it will take 15 classes, or it may be possible it will take 30 classes or 50 classes. That earlier I told, don't say anything, okay? But this is my surety, this after completion of this complete course, you will definitely able to crack any topmost MNCs. This is the means why I say that so much confidently, because from last 20 years, more than 50,000 students got placed in topmost MNCs who are right now working in Java technology. And any company like TCS, Info, every company there are a lot of students whom I teach, okay, whom I taught, so they are currently working in top industries. So don't see the time, don't see the number of classes, okay? Only you have to focus on the concept, like, okay, AI defeat Java? No, not at all. Someone asked me, okay, Vilas asked me, sir, AI defeat Java? See, Vilas, don't compare Java with any another technology right now until unless I'm not going to teach you, okay? Don't get any confusion in your mind, okay? Because wait for some time, I'll show you like how Java is differ. I'll show you like all technology, comparison of Java with all technology which are currently trending in the market, comparison of Java with .NET, comparison of Java with Python, comparison of Java with any technologies like Flutter, JavaScript, okay? So just wait for some time, I'll show you all this concept. Okay, and there see there are a lot of Java full stack, sir, what is, okay, sir, Java full stack. So don't worry, I'll show you, like this complete course is a Java full stack course, but please try to understand what is the meaning of full stack exactly, right? So please wait for some time, I'll show you like what exactly Java full stack developer is, okay? But before that, you have to understand like what exactly the meaning of Java full stack developer, okay? There are a lot of questions, comparison with Python and Java, okay? Don't compare anything, okay? Right now, don't compare, don't disturb your mind with to learning Java is good or bad, to because this is my surety. See, Java is always be a topmost language of the world, among top 5 language of the world, because the most important reason of this technology is it's a secure language. It is one of the most secure language of the world. So financial sector, okay, like enterprise application, they always prefer Java, like banking applications always developed in Java, enterprise applications always prefer Java for their development. Okay, I'll cover all this topic. Don't worry about this. This is the first very introductory lecture. Okay, till now, actually, I have not covered why there is a need of Java. Right now, we are talking about the different languages like VB, VB.NET, C, C++. So, this lecture is all about the technologies which actually exist in the market right now. Okay, and then we'll compare like this Java with all this technology. Okay, see, still there are a lot of things we need to discuss. Right now, only we covered like system software and application software. Still web application, device application, gaming application, IoT, AI, ML, lot of areas still we need to discuss. Okay, so don't worry, your all question will cover when I'll come to this point. Okay, so let me take a break of 2 minutes. Okay, and then we'll start the next one. Okay. That's very good question. After AI scope, who is the Shreyans Kumar? Okay, after AI scope of programming. Okay, sir. After learn Java tech, after this technology, can I place 100% in MNCs? 200%. Okay, but only you have to take care the means whatever the assignment I given to you. Okay, because you know duration of this complete series, I'll give you a lot of assignment. You have to complete all this assignment on time. You have to watch each and every videos regularly. Okay, then this is why you are not placed, because once you are ready with Java technology, the company needed a person who are a good Java developer. So if you think, if you really want to place in IT industries, if you really want to place in topmost MNCs, that you have to you have to take a deep dive in Java. You have to take care this thing, like you must be deep dive in Java technology. Then only, because the person who are working right now as a Java developer, okay, sometimes they were also a beginner. But right now there are Java developer from it's like 5-year experience, 10 years, but somewhere sometimes they were also a beginner. Okay. So they learned Java technology, they understood this Java technology, and then right now they are working in topmost MNCs. So when they are working in topmost MNCs, why you are not? Just think about it. Okay. Sir, I don't have any knowledge of DS and DBMS, so can I learn Java? Definitely, there is no prior knowledge required. I earlier told you that for me, you are a beginner and Java is your first language. There is no prior knowledge requirement of DSA or DBMS, nothing. Each and every concept I am going to cover in this complete session, complete series, sorry, not a session. In this complete tutorial, okay, of Java, I'll cover each and every concept. Okay, just wait for sometimes your all question is actually related with the upcoming topic. Okay, this time I'm showing you like what is exactly a software. Okay, and you are comparing Java with Python, you are comparing Java with AI. Just wait for some of the lecture. I'll cover each and every question. You'll get answer of each and every question of yours. Okay, so just wait for some time. So let me start the topic again. Okay, so a lot of questions are there. After sometimes I'll again come to the question and answering topic. Okay, and then I'll cover all the questions. Okay, meanwhile you can just type your questions, okay, in chat board. So I'll cover all this thing. Don't worry about this. I'll try to answer all of your question. Okay, don't worry about this, but please be focus on this concept. Okay, so till now we understood like what is system software, what is compiler, loader, linker, driver, operating system. Then we discussed about application software, like a software who developed for some specific purpose, right? That is called the desktop application or application software, right? Third and the most important category, web application. Which software is called a web application? What is web application? Okay, when we say that a software is a web application, you know, when we say that a software is a system software, till now you understood like if a software is run If a software is installed in your machine to run your system, like operating system, loader, linker, driver, okay, these are the category of system software. When a software is designed for a specific purpose and it's an offline mode, you are using this software in offline mode, it is compulsory to install this software in your machine. That is called desktop application. The third category, in 1990s, okay, let me start this web application from very scratch itself. What is web application and what is the need of this web application, right? You know, before this web application there was a category of desktop application, like each and every software you have to install in your machine, right? But then after the people realized that is it possible that we can connect multiple machine together in a limited area? Okay, means the developer having a thought like, is it possible that we connected multiple machine and like interchange the data from one machine to another machine? So that was a time when they developed a technology by which it is possible that you can connect multiple machine together in a limited area, okay, with some specific one center machine. Okay, so now it is possible that you can interchange the data of this machine together, right? You can transfer this data from this machine, this data from this machine, but in limited area. That was a time that think about this. Okay, is it possible like me run a single software in multiple machine? Because the problem with desktop application, you know this, see, there was a problem in some existing one. That's why the new technology came in the market. So what was the problem with desktop application? The problem with desktop application was that it is not possible that you can install desktop application in one machine and you can access in multiple machine, because that time there was not a technology available for that purpose. So every software you have to install in separate machine. Like suppose in organization there in 100 machines is there, so you have to install this software in 100 machine. But that time people think about it, is it possible that we can connect this all machine together? So that is possible, and this is called actually, it is called local area network. The technology came in the market, local area network, by which it is possible that you connect multiple machine together and interchange your data from this machine, right? So that was called local area network, right? So when local area network was success, then the people again taken another thought, is it possible that we can connect an area where there is no limitation? Like this is a local area, okay, only we have to connect machine in some limited area, but it is possible that we connect multiple machine together where there is no boundation, okay. So then thought came in the market which is called wide area network. Wide area network, you know, and wide area network exactly given a birth to a technology which is called an internet. That internet came in the market in 1990s. And what is an internet? A connection of multiple systems together. Okay, you can say that a network of a system. A network of a computer is called an internet, where there is a machine, okay, and all these systems are connect with this machine to interact with each other, right? So this exactly, you know what this concept is called, where a single machine are connect with multiple machines. This single machine is called a server. Very common word we have heard about, server. And all these machines are called client. Okay, client. This is client 1, client 2, client 3. All these machines are known as client 1, client 2, client 3, client 4. Okay, and this technology is called client server architecture. Very frequently asked question of topmost MNCs. What do you mean by client server architecture? So client server architecture means what? An architecture where there is a single machine which is strong as compared to all of them, right? Means it's strong in the sense like its memory is much better than all these machines. Okay, this is called a server. And when multiple clients are connect with this server, this concept is called a client server architecture. And you know, the internet technology is based on client server architecture. That is the most important thing you must know. You need to understand, like, okay, so when this client server architecture came in the market, then only it is possible, okay, that the people think about given a thought of internet. So now when internet came in the market in 1990s, so now the software which actually required who run on this internet, for that internet is a compulsory thing, right? Means software which runs on internet. please try to listen this word very carefully. The software which runs on internet, the software which runs based on this client server architecture, right? These softwares whose basic requirement is internet. Without internet, you are not able to access this software, are called web application. So what is a web application? A software, a single line definition of web application. A software which based on internet is called a web application. I hope you understood. Okay. So sir, which type of software is this? Okay, any website of the world is a web application. Can you think any website without an internet? Okay, tell me the name of any website, one website which you can access in your machine without an internet connection. Don't think, not possible, right? Because if it is a website, that means it is a web application, and the first and prime requirement of any web application is what? It is internet based application. To run this, is to access this website in your machine, you have to connect your machine to this server, and then only it is possible that you are able to access the data from this server, because every website is actually situated in this server. Okay, that is another topic. I'll cover it, like how to upload this website on a server. Okay, how to host the website on a server, that is a different thing, right? But to use the data from this server, you have to connect your machine to this server, and that exactly a web application, that exactly a concept of web application. Okay, so when this web application came in the market, I hope now you understood like what is web application. See, first is what? System software, by which you are able to run your system, like compiler, loader, linker, driver, operating system. If this software installed in your machine, so that you are able to run your machine properly. Then the second category, desktop application. Desktop application means what? A software which runs on a single machine. Like in 1995, before 95, means 2000, if you went to any hotel, that there is a manual working like over there, right? Like people, like the manager is open like a book, okay, and then noted all the things like from where you are coming, okay, how many days you want to stay here, okay, what is the time of arrival, what is the time of day, everything they maintain manually, right? But nowadays, everything is based on system. So earlier it was a system software, earlier it was a desktop application, sorry, not a system software. Earlier it was from manual working, they shifted to desktop application. Okay, so desktop application means what? Now there is a system in front of that manager. Now each and everything he or she entered in that system only. But nowadays, to book any hotel, no need to visit the hotel. From your home itself, you can book any hotel, or from home itself, you can book any ticket, or from home itself, you can do any internet transaction, right? This was not the scenario 25 years back, boss. Please ask to your father, okay? Like to book a ticket from one place to another place, they have to go to railway station, and then there is a long queue was there. But nowadays, the things are very much easy because of this generation, because of the changes of this generation, like from system software, the new generation, then the next generation is desktop application, and from desktop application, internet application, right? So now there was a need that time to develop a software which is based on this internet. Now please be focused on this concept, because very soon I'll come to this answer, like why there is a need of Java, why Java came in the market in 1995. Okay, what was the problem faced by the developer at that time, so why they needed to launch this language, right? So now see this, for web application, okay, for any web application, you have to learn one most important language. Okay, means without this technology, you are not able to develop any website. Okay, later on I'll change my statement, but right now, in first lecture, this is the most important thing you need to understand. Like, if you want to become a web developer, right? If you want to design a web application, if you want to become a web developer, then one language you have to understand, one language you need to learn, and that is what? HTML. HTML, hypertext markup language. No doubt HTML, CSS, lot of technologies are there in the market, but yes, HTML is one of the language you need to learn if you want to become a web developer. Okay, sir, why HTML required? Okay, and which type of web developer you are talking about? Okay, so now let me show you the category of this web developer, right? The category of this web application. You know, web application actually divided into two categories. Okay, web application actually divided into two categories. One is called static website and second is called dynamic website. static website and dynamic website. Now, what is the difference between static and dynamic website? Okay, static websites are called those type of a website which is very constant pages. There is no data interaction in these pages. Okay, these are the fixed pages, these are the constant pages. Okay, like suppose like a website of any small school, okay, any small like play school website, right? You just open the website, you just watch all the you just see all the content, like some images are there, okay, course contents are there, okay, and then fees structure is there. You just watch all this thing and close the website. Neither you enter any data to this website, neither website return any data to you. There is no there is no changes in this website, no data interaction is there. Such type of a website is called a static web application. Okay, and to develop any static website, the compulsory one technology you need to learn, and that is what? HTML. Now sir, why there is a need of HTML to learn? Why there is a need to learn HTML to develop any web application? Okay, there is a best funda behind this, there is a best concept behind this. Okay, see, later on I'll change some of the things, okay, but right now as a beginner you have to understand all these things, right? Why there is a need of HTML to develop any web application? Okay, tell me, okay, answer me one of my question. Where you watch or where you see any website from in your machine? Like to watch any website, to see any website, first thing what you do in your machine, like which software you open? Just type, if you want you can type, I'll check it. Okay, which software is required to view any website? Which software? Which software is required to view any website? Anyone can answer me? Like if you want to view any website, then which is the most important software you need to open your machine? That is what? Browser. You have to open browser in your machine, right? Browser is a compulsory software you need to open, right? Any browser, right? Okay, it may be Google Chrome, it may be Mozilla Firefox, it may be any software. Like browser is a compulsory thing you need to open, right? Most important thing about this HTML and the most important thing about this browser understand only one language, and that is an HTML. If you want to display anything on your browser, your data must be in the form of HTML. Your data must be in the form of HTML. Your data must be in the form of tags. Okay, then only your browser will able to understand. I'll show you each and every concept. Don't worry. Practically, I'll show you this thing. Okay, so browser understand only one technology, one language, and that is an HTML. Okay, so to develop any static page, you have to learn HTML first. But the problem with this HTML is what? HTML is not a compiled language. The code of HTML is not it is not a compiled language. Okay, the code of HTML actually executed by browser engine, and it is not a compiled language. Okay, please be focused on this. This is the most important thing. Okay, like why there is a need of Java in the market, right? So with this HTML, you are sir, why HTML is only used for static web application, right? What is dynamic website? Dynamic website means what? A website where data interaction is there, a website where you exactly write a programming code. Right one means, please listen it very carefully, right? HTML is not a compiled language. So with the HTML, you are only able to design a website. You are not able to do any kind of programming in this website, because HTML is only a designing tool. It is just HTML. You know what HTML is in my opinion, it is just a designing tool like a pen brush. Like with pen brush, you can simply design a JPG file or BMP file, right? You are not write any programming in pen brush. Please try to understand. Similar, like suppose if I'm going to tell you, okay, write a program to find out factorial of number in pen brush. Sir, how it is possible to find out factorial of number in pen brush? Pen brush is not a language. Definitely, pen brush is exactly a designing tool for JPG and BMP file, any type of images. Okay, similar type of technology is HTML. We use HTML to only design a web page. We are not able to do any programming. Like suppose if you want to write any if-else condition, or if you want to write any loop with this, I'm talking about only HTML, right? So with HTML this is not possible, because HTML is the only language we actually use for designing a website. So with this HTML we are able to design a static page, not a dynamic page. Dynamic means, data interaction is there, loop is there, means I need to do programming with this HTML. So this is not possible because HTML is not a compiled language. The code of HTML executed by browser engine. That's why the reason that we also say that HTML is a client-side programming language. See, these are the words you have to understand as a beginner, boss. Client-side programming language. Why HTML is called a client-side programming language? Why HTML is called a client-side programming language? Why it is called language which is used for a static website? This is a very frequently asked question of topmost MNCs as a beginner. What do you mean by static page? What do you mean by client-side technology, right? Client-side technology is what? I'll tell you. Just wait for a minute. Just 5 minutes. I'll show you like what is client-side technology, what is server-side technology. Okay. But before that, I hope you understood like HTML is only used for static web application. But this time people required a technology by which it is possible that we do a programming with this HTML. So it is because HTML is what? A language or technology which is only used for designing purpose. Got my point? So let me show you some more important concept, like, you know, any website is uploaded in server. Suppose if I develop, okay, let me show you first this thing so that you will be able to understand what exactly I'm trying to tell you. Like suppose if I design any website, okay, with the use of HTML, I designed a static page. So you know what first thing I need to do? If I want this, every people will going to see my website, then I need to upload this website on server. Okay, because just I told you, see this one, this is a server technology. So I uploaded my website, like suppose this is the website Dataflare, okay, dataflare.com for example, right? I uploaded this website on server, and if anyone want to access this website, he or she must require internet connection, right? So now once you connected with this server, okay, please be focused. Now suppose this is my server and my website is uploaded on this server, okay, which is completely designed with HTML. This website I completely designed with HTML only, right? So I uploaded this website on server. Now if anyone want to access, like suppose this is the client and this client want to access this website, this client is simply write a request like www.dataflare.com. So when this request goes to the server give me a response, okay, this website will open in my machine. Right, but you know what exactly the scenario? Exactly the source code of this website is downloaded in your machine. This complete means this website come in your machine, came in the client machine. Okay, this is a client machine. Okay, and this website came in the client machine with complete code. And this browser engine executed this code, and then only this website will appear on your machine, in your browser exactly. So, you know, the code of this website is completely written in HTML. So, please try to understand the HTML code is not executed on server side. This complete HTML code is downloaded in your machine, and your machine browser is responsible to execute this code. So, we can simply say that it's a client-side technology because the code of HTML executed by client machine. I hope you understood this thing, because this is the most important thing you need to understand before moving to Java technology or before moving to any technology. These are the prior requirement. Like except C and C++, if you want to move Python or PHP or Java or any technology, you have to take care of this thing first. Like what is client-side technology, what is server-side technology, what is desktop application, what is mobile application, what is AI/ML application. Okay, so this client machine actually executed this HTML page. Got it. That's why the reason I said that this is a client-side technology. Why HTML is called a client-side technology? It's an open source language. Because see, if you want to see the source code of this HTML, simply right click on your browser and there is an option view source. Simply click on this view source option. Okay, the complete source code of your website is appear in front of your, like complete source code of HTML is appear on your machine. That means what? That means this website is uploaded on server. Okay, but when you request this website, this complete source code is downloaded in your machine. Your client machine is responsible to execute this code, and that is the reason why we say that it's a client-side technology. So HTML is a client-side technology, and HTML is not a compiled language. So programming is not possible in HTML. Like suppose if you want to write any program in any languages, then first you have to write your source code and then compile this source code, then only you'll get your result. like in C, C++ or any languages, which is a compiled language. Like in C and C++, suppose you want to write a program like addition of two numbers, then first you write a code and then after you need to compile this code. Because output is only possible when you compile the code, right? So this language is not a compiled language. So that's why the reason we say that HTML is only used for website designing, not website, means for static website designing, not for dynamic website. Because in dynamic website, we require a lot of code which is related with programming. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, so now sir, what is dynamic website? A website which is a combination of designing as well as coding, programming. That is what a dynamic website, right? So that time the people thought that, is it possible that we actually include, now listen it very much carefully. Okay, so that time the developer thought, is it possible that, okay, because you know there are a lot of languages are available that time in the market. C, C++ was there, Visual Basic was there, right? So the people thought like, okay, why we not do one thing? Okay, in HTML we'll do programming, designing. In HTML we use HTML for designing purpose, and why we not included the compiled code of this C language and make this application dynamic? And what is the compiled code of C language? You know what is the compiled code of C, C++ and Visual Basic? Let me show you. Like in C, C++ and Visual Basic, the language is available that time. In C and C++, see, I'm not going to teach you C and C++, but please try to understand this most important thing, like what is the compiled code which I'm talking about. Okay, so in C, C++ and VC++, if you write any like VB, okay, these are the languages. First you have to write a source code, then you have to compile this source code, because these are the compiled language, right? So programming is possible in these languages. These are called programming languages. HTML is not called programming language. HTML is called a designing tool for website. So with HTML, you are able to design a static website, but the people want to develop a dynamic website where they want to do programming with HTML, because HTML is not support programming part. So they need a language by which they incorporate HTML in that language so that an application will be a dynamic web application. Got it? So in C and C++, once you write a source code, so what is a compiled code that I'm going to explain you? Source code, then this source code must be compiled and it converted into machine code. And when you run this machine code, okay, when you run this machine code, then your output will appear on your screen, and that output, you know, there are three files created once you write a C, C++ program: .c, .obj and .exe. The output file of C, C++ and Visual Basic is a .exe file, which is called an executable file. And please listen this mantra which I am going to tell you. Like, what is the mantra? Okay, if any language created an exe file, that is a machine dependent language. That is a machine dependent language. Machine dependent means what? Please try to listen it very carefully. Like, if suppose you developed a program of C and C++ in Windows operating system, okay, you are not able to run the exe file of this program in any another operating system, because it's a machine dependent file. Exe files are machine dependent files. Once you develop this program in any one of the operating system, you are not able to access its exe file in any another operating system. So see, please try to understand like what people think about that time. Sir, if we use HTML and exe of C language, okay, we do designing part in HTML and programming part in C, and connect the exe file of this C, okay, and this is what dynamic website. Please try to understand, right? This is what the thought came in the in the mind of the developer that time. Okay, is it possible that we can connect HTML and exe file of C, C++ or VC++ or Visual Basic, the languages which that time exist in the market? Yes, possible is, there was a possibility, but problem is what? Suppose if I uploaded this website on server, which is a combination of HTML and exe file of C language. Now please listen it very carefully. Very interesting concept, right? Suppose this is server and you developed any dynamic website which is a combination of HTML, okay, which is a combination of HTML and exe file, which developed in C and C++ or any languages like Visual Basic, and you uploaded this website on server. Now there are a lot of clients are there, and you don't know which client is having which operating system. Like this client 1 is having an operating system Windows. Okay, this client 2 is having an operating system like Mac OS. Okay, this third client is having an operating system like any like Linux. Okay, so can you think? And this C and C this exe file generated in Windows. So now tell me one thing. Okay, I want an answer from your side, and then after I'll teach you the next one. Okay, tell me one thing. Is any problem with this HTML code to run in this multiple machine? I'm not talking about exe. Is any problem with this HTML code to run in this multiple machine? Is any problem occur? If the page is on only HTML page and it is uploaded on server, and when I request this website, so is this HTML page is properly open in every operating system or not? Only I'm talking about HTML page. Why no? Some of people say no, sir. Only I'm talking about only HTML. I'm not talking about this exe file. If this is an HTML page and it is uploaded on server, okay, and if I'm trying to access this HTML page which is not contained any exe file right now, I'm talking about only HTML page. Will it be work perfectly on another operating system, every operating system? Yes. Yes, definitely yes. Because reason, anyone tell me the reason? Anyone tell me the reason, like why I will call your answer is perfectly good, right? Yes, this HTML page is easily run on every operating system. Why? Just I explained you this concept. Tell me. Yes, only HTML is run. But why only means why? Why HTML is properly run in all these machines? Because HTML is what? HTML is what? Just I explained you 10 minutes, 5 minutes before. I'm not talking about any platform independent. Just I explained you HTML is a client side technology. The code of HTML executed by browser of client machine. That's why this HTML not face any problem to run in multiple machines. Please try to understand. Because once you request for this HTML page, its complete source code is downloaded in client machine, and then the client machine browser executed this code. This code is not dependent on server. This code is executed on client machine. See, tell me one thing. Okay, tell me one thing. Any one of you, okay, it is not required. Okay, it is not at all required. But this is one of the question. In suppose colleges or in any school, if you are in college or anywhere, any one of you have created any HTML page? Any one of you created any HTML page? Okay, any one of you? Like every means anywhere, like in suppose right now HTML is in 10th and 12th also, right? So any one of you created any HTML page before? Yes, a lot of yes are there, right? Now tell me one thing. How many of you uploaded your HTML page on server, then only it is open in your machine? Have you uploaded this HTML page on live server? Or you save this HTML page in the D drive or C drive of your local machine? Have you uploaded this page on server, or you save this HTML page in a folder of your machine itself, C drive or D drive? I think no one from you uploaded this on your server, right? You save this page in local machine. Please try to listen it very carefully. It's a very interesting concept, so that you will easily understand like what exactly a client side technology, what exactly in HTML. No one of you uploaded this website. It's okay, yes, on live server. Someone uploaded on live server, but is it required to upload this HTML file in live server? If I save my HTML file in my C drive Vivek folder, okay, suppose my HTML file will, okay, first.html. If I save this file in this folder, so will it be possible that I can open this file in my browser? Yes. So browser don't have any problem whether this page come from C drive or this page come from server. Your browser doesn't bother about this thing. Please try to understand. That's why the reason you can actually run your HTML page, even you save your HTML page in C drive, because once browser want this page for execution, it comes from C drive or it comes from server. Browser is not at all bother about this thing. It required the HTML page so that this engine executed this page and display the result. So that's why the reason we easily learn HTML without any server. Because to learn an HTML server is not required, because it's a client-side technology. The code is executed by client machine. That's why the reason we simply save the HTML page, right? But now let me show you, if this page now contained an exe file which developed in C language, and just I told you, if language created an exe file that is a platform dependent language. C is a platform dependent language. It's a platform operating system dependent. C++ creates an exe file. Visual Basic creates an exe file. So now tell me, now is this website properly give me a view on every operating system? Now tell me, is this website, which is a dynamic website according to us, it is a dynamic website because HTML we use for designing purpose and exe file we created for programming purpose. So now is this possible that this website give me a proper look and feel on the operating system? Anyone? No, it is not possible that this website properly work, because it's a dynamic part written in C language and it's a machine dependent language. So this website only properly work if user developed this website at that time. Okay, so this website only given a proper look on Windows operating system, not any another operating system. So I hope you understood like what was the problem faced by developer at that time. Okay, so that time they need a language in which there is a property, in which there is a criteria like write once, run anywhere, a language which is not platform dependent, a language whose program can be easily run on multiple operating systems. So it is so that they were able to develop any dynamic web application. So that time the requirement came in the market. They required a secure language because they are specifically use this language for web development. And I'm talking about in 1995. They required a secure language. They required a platform independent language, a language whose code is easily you can say that integrate with HTML so that they will make a dynamic web application. Okay, so that time the requirement fulfilled by a language which was called Java. That was the need of Java in the market. Like why Java came in the market in 1995? Because of that problem faced by this developer. Like they use HTML for static web application, but dynamic website development was not possible because of platform dependency. So that time the developer needed a language, okay, whose program can be easily incorporated with HTML. And once I put this combination, in Java, don't worry, I'll show you each and every concept when I started the programming part. But one thing you always remember, lifetime mantra, Java never creates exe file. Java never creates exe file. Java created only two files. Java creates only two files. One is .java, in which Java source code is there, and one is .class file where the byte code is there, right? So Java creates only two files, .java which contains source code and .class which contains byte code. What is byte code? That all things we need to cover. We are going to cover in upcoming session. Don't worry. Java never creates exe file. So I'd say that Java is not a platform dependent language. So the first concept given by Java by which it was possible that the developer developed a dynamic web application. Okay, so what developer did, they actually create a website where HTML they used for designing purpose and .class file of Java they used for programming purpose. Means they written a code in .java file, they compiled this code and the .class file has been created. This .class file is not machine dependent. Please try to understand this. This is machine independent code. Bytecode is a machine independent code, right? So the combination of this .html and .class created a dynamic website, and which is possible with Java. Java has given the concept like applet. Applet, the first concept given by Java for making an application dynamic, applet. So this concept made this thing possible that you create a dynamic website. You can simply incorporate this applet with HTML so that your application will be a dynamic application. So now it is possible that, okay, now it is possible that means the combination of this HTML and .class file make this concept possible that to create a dynamic means that time they created a dynamic application, and now if you run this application in multiple machines, it is easily run. But only one thing is required. I'm discussing this thing, JVM. To run this .class file, every machine requires JVM. Okay, what is this thing? Because you know that is a complete different scenario. Like in upcoming session, I'm going to explain to like why Java is a platform independent language. It will take around 3 to 4 hours to complete me this session. Like why Java is a platform independent language. Okay, what is JDK? What is JVM? What is JRE? And lot of things. Okay, which we will be discussing in that topic. And that is the most to the power 1000 important topic of interview room. Okay, what is the difference between JDK, JRE, JVM? Okay, like how JVM is work, what is the architecture of JVM? I'll show you each and every concept, but please try to understand this time only I want to explain you like why there is a need of Java. Why? Because a lot of languages are there. So why Java came in the market? This is the reason. Like that time the language which was available is not, by which it is not possible that the developer developed a dynamic web application. And when web application concept came in the market, when internet came in the market, after a static website, the user want to develop a dynamic website. Okay, and you know after 1995, the market changed with 180-degree angle. Now every people who is having a, see the scenario that time I'm talking about, the scenario of between 95 to 2000. Means 2000, 2003, 2005, you know, internet banking came in the market hardly 15 year back, 10 to 15 year back. ATM came in the market hardly 15 year back when internet boom was there. And this is only the reason Java was there. Please try to understand the power of this technology. It's a secure language. It's a secure language. Okay, that's why the reason most of the financial sector use this language for their development. So once this dynamic concept is possible, now the people want to move their business on internet. You know, that time that was a scenario in 95, 2000, 2005. Everyone want to move their business from desktop to web application. Every hotel person want to create a website so that it is possible that user can book a room from home itself. No need to come in hotel, no need to visit the hotel for booking the room. Like in 2005, it is possible that now banking will converted into internet banking. Earlier it was a banking, now it is an e-banking. Earlier it was a commerce, now it is an e-commerce. Please try to understand this, the importance of this e-word. That e-word is possible because of this dynamic web application concept. And Java plays a most important role to convert a banking into e-banking, to convert a commerce into e-commerce. Because both are very secure sector. You cannot trust any website for money transaction, right? Got my point? So this is the Java who actually made this concept possible. And some people say that, sir, why means after Python is Java is sustained in market or not? Boss, Java will never go anywhere. Because one of the most secure technology of the world, one of the most secure language of the world, how it is possible that anyone can replace Java, boss? Because a lot of like e-commerce application is based on Java. Secure application is based on Java. When we're talking about cyber security, when you are talking about commercial application, internet application, okay, Java is the only name comes in the mind of developer. Got my point? So this is the reason why Java came in the market in 1995, and then market shifted in so much drastically. Okay, so now things is not yet completed. Okay, But sir, then why there is a need of, then what exactly, this till now we discussed only these three concepts. Let me show you like my initial lecture. Okay, this one. There are a lot of software development areas are there. System software, application software. Till now we covered only web application. There are a lot of things we need to discuss, like device application, gaming application, IoT application, AI ML application. Sir, is Java is an important technology for this upcoming areas also? Okay, I'll cover this thing, not worry. But before moving further, let me see some more questions which comes from your side. Okay, like any doubt if you have. Okay, so let me discuss this question. Okay, I have uploaded on server and also run with local. Yes, but Aman, it is not at all required to upload your website on server if you run your HTML page which only C drive and it is also work, right? Why PHP come then? Yes, definitely Deepesh, gaming Deepesh, definitely this question means, see, right now I covered only these three concepts, okay? Please try to understand. I'll cover all this thing, like I'll compare Java with each and every technology, don't worry. Like I promised you, like in upcoming session, I compare Java with all the technologies, but this time it won't be possible for me, okay, so that I'll cover each and everything in this one session only, okay. There are a lot of genre we need to cover right now, okay, because Java journey is very vast, okay. Okay, so any new question? Cannot uploaded, okay, because HTML is not machine language, okay. Okay, this was the answer of your question. So till now there is no major questions are there, okay. So can I learn Java with ChatGPT or with other AI? Yes, yes, yes. See, ChatGPT and AI is not at all means it is not like that you cannot learn Java without ChatGPT or ChatGPT. Yes, but in today's scenario, it is required that you have to include some of the tools with your Java editor. I'll cover this thing when I come to the point like how to learn Java. Right now we are talking about why Java. The second question is what is Java, and then I'll started how to learn Java. That time we'll discuss like there are different ways to learn Java right now with AI, with ChatGPT. Okay, so there are different ways, like you have to include many type of AI tools like Copilot is there. Okay, then Cursor is there. So how to run Java application with this all AI tools, that all things we'll cover in when I come to the topic like how to learn Java. Right now we are in that area like why Java. Okay, so just wait for some time. Sir, explain Java used in application desktop. Yes, Java is a widely used in desktop application. Okay, like Java is one of the means language which we use for. In Java there is an option called Swing. So with the use of Swing, you can easily develop any desktop application in Java, right? So don't worry, like there are a lot of things still we need to discuss. When I'll come to the roadmap of Java, then I'll divide Java in three categories like core Java, advanced Java and corporate Java. So what we need to learn in core Java for web application, for desktop application, but Java is a versatile technology right now. If someone asks me, sir, what is Java? Okay, so after 25 experience, most of the time even I use this example. Okay, if someone asks me right now, okay, then I'll cover in upcoming session, don't worry. Okay, because right now, again, I'm repeating, this time we have covered only this three area. Lot of more areas are required where Java plays a very important role. Like in device application, Java is a one-sided name. Like in IoT application, Java plays a very important role, right? So gaming application, like Java is a very liking technology for gaming application. Still we need to discuss lot of things. Okay, there are more questions are there. Java provides Swing AWT component to develop desktop applications, so that need to learn them. Okay, don't worry, like what is Swing, what is AWT, all this topic will come when I'm talking about what is Java concept, right? So don't worry, I'll cover all these things. So I'm talking about the things like, suppose someone asks me after this 25 experience, like, sir, what is Java? So I'll simply say, even if you have watched my previous any lecture of Java, okay, any of the lecture which I actually means earlier I recorded one of the lecture on the demand of a student, like, okay, That time also I use the same example. Like someone asked me, sir, what is Java? So I simply say that Java is Mahabharat. Java is a Mahabharat for me, right? And C and C++ is a Ramayana for me. Okay, sir, why C and C++ is a Ramayana when why Java is a Mahabharat? Okay, because C and C++, who is the main hero of Ramayana? Today is the Hanuman Jayanti. Okay, so who is the main hero of Ramayana? Anyone? Shri Ram, Prabhu Shri Ram. Okay, only one name came in the mind when we are talking about who is the main hero of Ramayana, right? Ram, Shri Ram. Okay, but who is the main hero of Mahabharata? Who is the main hero of Mahabharata? You cannot say any one name because Krishna is there, Arjun is there, Yudhishthir is there. Lot of name came in the mind. Same is a Java. Right now Java came in the market for web development purpose, but right now Java captured most of the area. Right now Java is success in mobile application, Java success in desktop application, Java success in IoT application, Java success in web application, Java success in gaming application. Okay, so once Java got a popularity, they spread their wings. Java developers spread their wings. The journey of Java started with the version 1.0, but currently in 2005 we have a 24.0 version of Java. JDK 24.0 is available right now. 24 times they given an updation, boss. And how can you say that a language means after Python, Java is not at all exist in the market or something bullish? Means I simply say that these are the statement which is no longer required to say anything about this, because see 24 versions is right now available, where 21.0 is an LST version. Okay, what is this LST version? I'll cover in the upcoming session. Okay, long term support. Okay, so please try to understand this concept. Like, okay, LTS version is there, 21.0 is an LTS version, 24.0 is available in the market right now. So how can you say that this technology is not used in the this is 24.0 is not a last version. In March 2025 they launched 24.0 version. So what do you think in 2027 can you use the same one, 24.0? No, again the next version will come in the market. This is what the reason, like Java is now available in every areas. That's why reason I say that Java is a Mahabharata, it's not a Ramayana. Like okay, please try to understand. I'm not saying anything about this, like okay, it's just a comparison. Like Mahabharata and Java is why Java is called a Mahabharata according to me. Wait, it's not a statement written somewhere. Okay, so why Java is that much popular? Why Java is a top 5 languages of the world? Why the company needed Java developer? I hope you understood. Okay, so now let me come to this topic again. Till now we discussed system application and web application. Now sir, what is this device application, gaming application, IoT application? After web application means there was a device came in the market. And when this device came in the market, again market rotate with 180-degree angle. When 15 year back, when that device 20 year back, when that device came in the market again rotate with 190-degree angle. Anyone tell me which device I'm talking about who changed the complete scenario of the market? Which device I'm talking about? Which came in the market 15, 20 year back. Okay, and that time the market was that completely changed the 20 year back. Okay, so anyone guess which device I'm talking about? Can you please write which device I'm talking about? 20 year back AI was not that much popular, boss. AI popular just hardly 5-10 year back. Okay, I'm talking about a device. There was a device came in the market who completely changed the scenario, right? And that device was called mobile. Okay, I'm talking about mobile. So right now, okay, mobile is a smart mobile phone, is a smartphone. 20 year back, every person used that landline phone in their home. There was a concept, every people use landline phone, right? But when mobile came in the market, right now hardly you see any landline phone in any home, right? Because this device changed the complete scenario, right? And when the device came in the market, when this device came in the market, okay, now this device, what is the importance of this device, you know very well. Okay, you know very well now what is exactly the use of mobile in the market. And even, you know, earlier when this device came in the market, which operating system very frequently used? Which was the operating system used that time? Anyone is having any idea? Like when this device came in the market, this mobile uses which operating system? Which was the famous operating system that time? I'm talking about 20 year back scenario. Anyone? Yes, this is the first theoretical session, boss, because most of the things I'm showing you practically, theoretically, both the things. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay, means don't think much about this theoretical practical part. Okay, let me decide. Okay, so you don't worry about this. I'll teach you each and every concept from scratch to advanced. But let me answer. Let me give my answer. Okay, okay, give me answer of this question. Like, which was the operating system? Anyone? It was called Symbiana. Symbiana operating system used, right? Okay, Symbiana operating system was the famous operating system that time. You know, that time one company, means one of the company who captured 95% market of mobile. Anyone knowledge of that company name? Anyone? Like one company who captured 95% market that time. I'm talking about the scenario of 20 year back, 15 to 20 year back. Which company? Yes, who is he? Aman, Nokia. Exactly. Nokia uses Symbiana operating system. Okay, but when Android came in the market, okay, actually the Android developer given a first preference to Nokia, means Android developer given a proposal to Nokia. So please launch this Android operating system in your mobile. But Nokia refused that. Okay, Nokia refused that offer. Okay, and that was the biggest mistake did by Nokia. And you know, right now the scenario, Nokia is completely out from the market. That time Nokia was there. Okay, the Nokia captured 95% market and they uses Symbiana operating system in mobile. And when Android came in the market, actually they first offered Nokia, okay, please install this operating system in your mobile, but Nokia has refused that offer, okay. But right now, you know what is the scenario of Android? Samsung is the one-sided name, and lot of companies are there. I'm not promoting anyone, okay. But see, that time if Nokia accept that offer, Nokia is the topmost brand in nowadays also. Okay, so that's for the reason I say that always accept the change. Always accept the change. You cannot stuck, because you know Nokia thought that okay, why should I go with this Android operating system when I am still in the top in the market? So why I choose this? Why I opt your Android operating system? That was the thought of Nokia developer. Nokia's means the person behind this Nokia company, right? But that was the mistake did by the Nokia, right? And you know which is the backbone of Android? Which language is the backbone of Android? Who given the Android concept? Again the same one, Java. If you want to become an Android developer, okay, right now Kotlin is there, but okay, means Kotlin replace the Android, but yes, to learn even Kotlin, to understand even Kotlin, you have to know the Android and Java concept. So the code of Android returns in Java technology. There is a language Java behind this device application also. There is a language Java for this device application also. So this is what the Java is. You cannot say that Java is stuck only for web development. Java is nowadays available for mobile application. Java is available for gaming application. Java is available for IoT application, Internet of Things. Okay, only one area where you can say that okay, Python is better than Java, and that is an AIML. But sir, how Java is a most popular language for device application, like for gaming application? How we can use Java for gaming application? Which are the tools which we need to understand for gaming application? Because you know gaming application is one of the most demandable market right now. Company needed a Java developer who are good in gaming application. So sir, what should I do? What I need to learn to become a gaming application developer in Java? And this is the best part of Java. You know, once you learn one technology, multiple door opens for you. To become a Java developer, once you understand the Java technology, okay, you are easily move yourself from web development to device development to gaming application, gaming to IoT. Like, market is open for you. And that is the reason I told you that, even earlier I told you that this technology is one of the fantastic technology, because this one technology, this one language covers multiple areas. So I hope you understood all this concept, but it's still a lot of things we need to discuss, like, but time is now not supported. Okay, time is over now. So means time is not permit me to explain this, because I'll explain all this concept in tomorrow's session. Don't worry. Again, we'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay, so we'll discuss all this thing. But before leaving this class, let me complete some of the question. Okay, that's why it losses. Okay, Nokia. Yes, that's why it's losses. Yes, Java. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Sir, can you explain only the theoretical in all session or also practical? Boss, let me come to what is Java. Right now we are talking about why Java. Okay, let me come in first session. How it is possible that I'll do each and everything like theoretical, practically? Now it is possible, na? It is not possible right now. Sir, as your opinion, Java is best or Python? Definitely Java is always my first love. Okay, so I'll say Java is, see, don't compare something like this best or best. Okay, okay, just see the scenario, just see your interest. That is more important. Like, if you want to become this developer, like gaming application developer, which is the most interesting area, Java is the most suitable technology. IoT application, like, okay, if you want to develop any IoT Siri kind of application, so Java is the best technology. If you want to design an interface application, Java is the best technology. So see, completely depends on area of interest. Like, if you want to become a software engineer, then please try to become a software engineer in your area of interest, not what exactly doing in the market, what exactly market is do. Okay, okay, so I hope you understood. Like, Hindi में हम बोलते हैं ना, भेड़ चाल में नहीं जाना है. What market will do, don't do that. Like, what your mind says, that what your interest is says, that then opt technology according to that. See, again you compare Java with JavaScript and codes. Don't compare, Aman. Okay, because see, nowadays there are a lot of, actually I discussed this thing, like what was the scenario in 1995. Okay, so right now there are a lot of technologies are available. JavaScript is there. Okay, there are a lot of React.js is there, native JS is there, a lot of technologies there. Okay, even ASP.NET is there for dynamic web application. Right now there are a lot of options in 2025. My motto was to explain you why Java came in the market in 1995. Okay, that was the time we discussed, like with HTML. Okay, we launched new session of Java. It's a completely a live session. Okay, so again we'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Sir, as your opinion, Java is best or best? Okay, since when this course is going? Rajesh, here say, Rajesh, please try to understand, like course will take, see, Java is a very vast technology, so it takes a little bit time to understand this thing. Okay, how much time this complete course will take, what is the roadmap of this course, that I'll cover in my tomorrow's session. Okay, like what is the total time duration we need to take, okay, what is the roadmap, what are the topic which I'm going to cover, because tomorrow I'll start what is Java. Today why motto my means clearly, like I only want to explain like why there is a need of Java, why Java. Okay, so tomorrow I'll explain you all this thing. The course started today only. Yes, okay, it's a data flare reply. Okay, so I hope now you enjoy this. So let's meet in tomorrow's lecture. I'll catch you in the tomorrow's lecture, and then we'll discuss what is Java and how to learn the Java. Even, you know, what is Java will take around 4 to 5 hours. Because these are the very frequently asked question as a fresher, as a beginner. Once you will become a Java developer, after completion of this course there is a tag which actually use Java developer tag, right? So being a Java developer, you have to know each and every small concept, which I'm going to cover in my next upcoming session. So I'll catch you in the next class. Till then, take care, tada, bye bye. Okay, and if you have any doubt, please note it down. We'll also discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay.